emotion with the movie, but yeah, you got me on the life thing.
This shit sucks so much, asshole.
What's your problem with Zod? Okay, he produced that. I mean, God knows why.
I don't get it. I just kept looking at it and watching it go, and I don't get it. I didn't get it. Like,
Kevin, there was nothing to get, man.
I didn't get it. I didn't get whatever it wanted me to get. I didn't get it.
It just wanted you to know that small town struggle too.
I don't care. I just didn't get it. Is it a Christmas movie? There's a guy wearing a Christmas cap. I think it's happening at Christmas time. Is this town too poor to celebrate Christmas? But then there's Bigfoot. We're still doing Bigfoot movies. We're still doing this. And then his suit wasn't even good. I was like, you guys fell for this. Is it because you're so poor?
We needed something to believe in.
Believe in Christmas. I thought that's where this was going.
No, Christmas is all the time. We need Bigfoot.
I didn't get it.
Bigfoot to believe in.
And the color saturation was all over the place. And I was like, and it's like, is it trying to be goofy? Is it trying to be like, does it think it's like smart? Was it trying to be like, I was like, do you think you're Grand Budapest Hotel? Like, are you trying to show me witty characters in a unique setting with just kind of snappy dialogue that's all delivered monotone, but with a unique charm? Is that what you're doing, movie? Movie's like, what's that? Like everything you just said, what is that?
Okay, let's movie. Pottersville, 2017, PG-13, hour 24 minutes. Directed by Seth Hendrickson, writer Daniel Meyer. Starring fucking way too many people that should never be in a movie together again. Michael Shannon, Judy Greer, Ron Perlman, Christina Hendricks, I think is just really untalented and overrated.
She's awful.
She's awful in everything I've ever seen her in. And the one and only Ian McShane playing basically Ian McShane at this point.
Great.
Kevin, this
Greta Lee's in there. She's nice to look at. Ian McShane's he's a fucking goat, man. Like, I love that guy.
Yeah. And
this felt like a favor. He must have had to have been, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And Thomas Lennon.
Yeah, from Reno 911 fame.
I didn't recognize him because he has a hat and a bird in his picture, and it's mostly covering his face. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Mostly bird.
Like, very on brand. Very on brand.
Yeah, and like I like Ron Perlman. I love Ian McShane. Thomas Lennon, he's great.
Michael Shannon can go to hell.
Who?
Our lead character.
Like, I didn't mind him-ish, but not like this. Not doing whatever this was.
I don't like him.
I don't mind him, but
I didn't like him as Zod. I didn't like him before Zod. I don't like him post Zod.
Well, I mean, that's the big 3 stages in life. That's how I live. I'm pre-Zodding. I'm post-Zodding.
I'm pre-Zodding right now. I can't wait to really get my Zod on.
I mean, my life was pretty terrible till I knew Zod existed. Then I was like, hey, things are looking up. And then I saw a recent version of Zod, and I was like, things are on a downspin.
Things are in the toilet. Kevin, you asked the question. Basically, this is the question you asked. Is this a Christmas movie? Because we're covering Christmas movies. Because there's a very severe lack of Hanukkah movies that we're aware of that we can sprinkle into this. And this came to us from Justin Wood, who has recommended a lot of movies. And he's probably just like, man, these fuckers never cover anything I recommend. So I was like, you know what, Justin? Merry Christmas. We're going to cover Pottersville. And now we hate you just a little bit.
God, yeah. I mean, in the long list of hating people that helped bring this movie to my attention, to the world, he's low on the list, but you made the list.
You're on there. Here's the thing. This movie is predictable from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It offers no surprises. I mean, I was watching my wife, and she was calling the script out. I was just like, Jesus. I was like, did you write this? And I didn't know it. And I'm just like making you watch this horrible film on your your filmography here or something. It's I didn't like it. I just found it so dull. I couldn't even muster up passion to hate it, Kevin. Like, I'm surprised you hated this one. I was just like, I was just really bored. It was a very boring movie. So
I don't know if I might have mentioned this. I didn't get it. I didn't know why this needed to exist. I really thought there was going to be a Christmas swerve coming into this. Like, was Santa going to show up and go, what is that, like a fucking monkey? You want to be my monkey elf? I'm actually Bigfoot, sir, and I'm trying to bring it
Oh, God, no, you are not.
He's like, no, I slayed Bigfoot back in 1702 with my bare hands. I'm literally...
The fuck was interrupting the production of toys and capitalism. I couldn't have that shit, no.
The Blitz said he fucking... He's had enough.
Blitzen's still missing an eye from that battle. Oh, fuck.
And then it didn't do that. It didn't do any of that. It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. Like, we hung out with the Monster Hunter, the Brock Masterson guy.
Way more than we should have.
It
sounds like they were just like, this is better. We want to.
That's like, is this his movie? Yeah. And I was like, does Maynard get back in here? So
when do we develop Maynard's character?
When do we get his motivation to the forefront?
You think he goes by Mayo sometimes? Hey, Mayo. Hey, it's Maynard. All right. Emphasis on the Nard. He's just like, I don't think you're saying your name right.
They call me Little Nard.
Sometimes you call me No Nard, but that's his children being cruel. Like, just really mean.
Dustin, we're in Pottersville. We're introduced to this town that's literally, I was like, is there fracking going on in this town? This place is shut the fuck down.
It's shut the fuck. Like, think of the B-roll team, Kevin. They had to go and put those signs everywhere.
Everywhere, dude. They put a sign on a tree, and I was like, is the tree got to go too? Is the tree for sale?
Are we selling the tree?
Is it the house that's in the background?
I don't think they put that on, like... Yeah. They're just using a cheap 50-cent sale. That's how hard the times are. We're just buying these for house
sales.
Did
they have a sign that said, my other doorbell's a $357 or something like that? Get on my property and I'll split your fucking wig.
Why was this shot so spectacularly with a fucking I'm gonna call it the portrait focus? What was that? I was just like, okay, so we're gonna do this whole shitty song.
Yeah.
Not my favorite Christmas jam ever, that's for sure.
I didn't get it.
Anyway, you're right. We're in Pottersville. Take us away, Kevin.
The town is literally on its last leg. There's just a mass exodus.
The old mill closed down.
The old mill. So the old mill closes.
About fucking 40 years ago.
Yeah, we're still milling.
Yeah, what mill's closing down and like shutting down a town anymore? Like,
I mean, I guess
1870. Like, fuck, the mill closed down. This town's doomed. And then get out while you can.
And then we were introduced to Maynard. He's gonna go open up his general store, and he's shoveling his walk in front of the store, and we see the whole town. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna get my whole little plaza here because I'm just that guy. Even though there's no traffic, there's no stores, there's no nothing, but he's just that guy that just goes that extra mile because he's a kind-hearted soul. Little things like that for his character, I didn't mind. It kind of told me more about him than any words had to. He goes in there, he gazes upon his store. It's his pride and joy. A lot of saturation and color things going on when the lights pop. I'm like, man, these lights are kind of orangey and yellow. Is this like a? Shit. Is this like
a diner? Was it a general store?
It was both. Yeah, and in little towns, I have been in those kind of establishments. So I was like, okay, I like this. His general store was charming, and I thought like a lot of the movie was going to happen here, and it did, but I didn't understand why.
Yeah.
So we were introduced to him, and I believe it's we meet Parker. She's kind of runs the diner part, has a stake in the store. I don't
know. I think she just runs the diner part.
Yeah, and then you also
it's not really established. I don't think she had a.
I didn't know if she was like an employee. Was she just like I was like the manager?
I was just like, she's your fucking love interest. Look at her looking at him.
Yeah.
I'll drink of water.
Looking at me, I'm looking at you. Cuckoo, cuckoo. What you gonna do? I'll see you at the end and give you a kiss. That's what I'm gonna do.
They're just like,
So,
was that the whole movie? That was it, everybody. That was the
and
whole
she's fine. Like, I think Judy Greer does a serviceable job. I just don't think there's anything for her to do except for to
No,
kind of
except
be
for
a cheerleader.
no, to fucking do that shoulder turn.
Oh,
My God, they love that fucking shoulder turn on. I was just like, what movie is this right now? Why is this so dramatic? Why is she fucking looking over her shoulder like a fucking serial killer is gonna come in and start fucking icing her up?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I started to love those shots, by the way. I was like, do it again.
I mean,
Fuck,
someone
they
could
did
put
it
a
again.
like a 8-minute montage on YouTube of those turns.
Yeah, I mean, it took 8 minutes to do the first one, so we're just doing the first one. That's it.
So we see more of Maynard and kind of just what a kind heart he has. The whole town's on Struggle Street, literally. We got a young boy and his mom. They're trying to get like, I don't know, $82 in groceries from his store, and she's like, I'm
like,
good.
is this the
I'm good
only
for it,
grocery
right,
store?
Maynard? And Maynard's like,
just he's just waiting for something to pop up in the old Mills place, like another mill, maybe.
so he's not looking for a job. He's waiting for like destiny to knock on his door, get him out of bed, and give him a job.
He's like, listen, I didn't move to fucking Pottersville to fucking find work. I moved here for work to find me. Yeah. All right, I'm a character not even in this movie.
Yeah. And Maynard looks at her and he's like, I'll put it on the tab. She's like, we'll pay it off as soon as you. And I was like, no. And the son's like, yay, we got candy. And I was like, well, you can't cover that dentist bill. They're going to give her getting the candy. You want to get the candy, you got to have coverage.
That's a side gig. That's a side gig.
And I was like, listen,
I'm a dentist.
Mom's not that bad. She needs to lift that sweater up and shake those biddies. And then Maynard could be like, yeah,
He's just like, listen, and you might have known me. I'm Zod. Zod loves boobies.
She's like, what?
She's like, what is happening right now?
She's like, I hate Captain America. I was like, yeah, really.
He's like, me too. Boring as hell, but fucking, I'm gonna need some tits. She's like, Jesus, Michael.
And the boy can stay. The boy can stay. He can go. No, makes no matter to me.
Boy needs to learn how the world works. She's like, oh God.
So he just kind of does another solid for one of the many townsfolk that are just apparently half a check away from living in the fucking gutter.
And they're all living on borrowed time. They're hoping for some fucking COVID relief. They're just like, God, I hope the government pays my rent. Yeah, I'm a squatter. I'm an official squatter. Woo! Oh, it was difficult. Now we can just watch TV all day.
I hope Maynard stays open so I can mooch. It's just another example of his kind heart, and then and that's kind of like, I think Parker just knows he's a good guy, so she's just crushing on him without crushing on him. So I think Bart shows up, played by Ian McShane, and he's just like, "Hey, thug life, I'm buying some venison or whatever."
Fucking Shakespeare in pants shows up. This motherfucker's just like, let me fucking spout philosophy to you real quick.
Let me come in and fucking act. And everybody was like, bro, like, even you dialing this in is blowing everybody out of the water. Like, what are you doing?
It really was. And he was selling meat. And he was just like, fucking think about this rock we're on. Let me get a little philosophical for you.
And I was like,
what you consider the elk steaks.
Maynard's not ready.
No, he wasn't. He was just like, damn, we are traveling fast. No one ever brings up the circle. We're traveling that fast in a circle. Like, who cares? It's not like we're just floating through space at that speed.
Hey man, we're all dead anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, we died. We died the minute we were born.
Yeah, man.
Hashtag fuck life. But no, seriously, like, talk to someone if you feel that way.
So Maynard's like, you know what? I do feel that way. I'm gonna kind of cut out early. I'm gonna grab some flowers from my old lady, Connie, played by
Can't act, Christina Hendricks.
Yeah, she's
watch her in Good Girls. You will be repulsed that she has a career.
Dude, well,
she her in Mad Men. I get it.
She has a look. Okay, she has a look. That's really what's everyone's signing up for. And I say no more. So he goes home and he's like, "Oh, did Connie get a dog?" And oh man, I'm home early. She can't be doing anything against good old Maynard. I already have a heart of gold, so I'm a baby face. This is going to heal up Connie real quick as I walk into this furriness furry guys, like where the people dress like the furries in the suits, and they go to brony conventions and they rub each other. They grind in their suits
Yeah,
and
it's all about
wear,
the grinding.
and wear diapers and stuff. I guess if you're high level furry priest, and you're like, okay, and he's like, what the fuck?
But this movie could only afford 4, so she's poorly dressed as a rabbit.
And
Like, poorly dressed.
yeah, I don't rate these furries.
I'm rating them. I
It
mean,
looked like
they're
the
gonna
entry level gimmick.
Because here's the thing. I feel like this was the premise that got the movie made. He comes home. She's having sex with another furry. And they're just like, that was the big reveal in the trailer.
And the other furry is Ron Perlman. God bless, love Ron Perlman. He's Sheriff Jack, and he is sweating like a whore in church in that suit.
For sure. He's not in that suit, Kevin. He's not in that suit. That's some voiceover.
I think he was in that suit, Dustin. He took that shit off. If you go back and watch that scene, there's like 15 beads of sweat running down his face.
That's how long it took him to put the suit on and get the helmet off. That's why I'm saying he wasn't in the rest of the time, because he would have been dead. He would have died.
He was like, hey guys, after the Hellboy, I don't ever do the heavy makeup.
He's like,
sir, it's a suit.
Fucking people fuck like this? They're like, no, Ron, they fucking rub on each other. He's like, fuck it, this is Jesus, someone crank me out one right now.
He's like, don't make me go
someone
to the
jerk off Ron Perlman, okay? Jesus, we gotta get this scene done.
Don't make me go to the children's hospital where it is. I did it for Hellboy, but they got stairs there, and I won't make it. Hey, funny, I saw Ron Perlman on the highway a while ago. He was driving some sort of Maserati thing. He sits real low when he wears his sunglasses and a baseball hat. But you're seeing Ron Perlman. You know that's Ron Perlman.
You're like, is that fucking Ron Perlman? He just hit some fucking trucker. Jesus
oh,
Christ,
God.
What's that car made of? Titanium alloy?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Sons of Anarchy theme starts playing. I was like, oh, God.
Oh, they got me again.
Oh, that's how the main character died in Semi. Did you see it? Spoiler? It's been long enough.
They got to spread off. You should already know.
And
But
Maynard's like, WTF with this furry shit? Like, and there's this joke where he's a squirrel.
Oh, that's
in the movie would not let it go.
Like, no one. Okay, hold on, Kevin. No one in the right mind was looking at that fucking thing and going, I think that's a squirrel. Yeah, definitely a squirrel. And making that comment numerous times. It would only take one correction for someone to be like, yeah, you're right. I was just really didn't want to give it to you that you were dressed as a wolf, and I hate you. So
but they're friends.
Slashing out by calling you a squirrel.
They're like lifelong friends. Maynard's known him forever. Maynard's a good guy, and he just can't believe it. So he's just gutted, right? He's just like, oh.
If you were lifelong friends, would you have furry sex with someone's wife, Kevin? I think
because there's only 32 fairies. Well, there's only 32 furry fairies in my area, and I need to get what I can. And Parker,
I need to rub my junk on whatever I can. Okay.
Well, Connie is she's into furries because her life is boring. I'm like, you're in a dead town. Like, what did you want Maynard to do? Like, resurrect the town? Give him a minute. Give him an hour and 29 minutes.
He's on his way. This might just be the catalyst.
So he's just blown away by the betrayal of friend and lover and
Fox
wife
and the squirrel.
Just
gonna make that joke 7
mind.
times.
And it won't hit any of the times. And that's the thing. A lot of the jokes in this movie, I see that they're jokes. I literally see the delivery. I see it fly out of their mouth. I see it die 2 seconds from, being spit out. I watch it on the ground.
It gets shot out of the air. It never lands.
It decomposes in front of me and it turns into a piss pile. And I'm like, that was your joke?
Yeah.
Who is this movie for? It's not a holiday. It's
Michael Shannon.
Yeah. It's not oozing holiday, joy or tonality. Like, it's not there. So it's not for kids or families. No. Like, it's not for kids, but it's played real deadpan. Like, is this just like for indie fucking movie asshole pretentious fucks to watch and go?
This is for people that want to, I don't know, I guess proclaim that. I feel like this movie, unfortunately, it gets classified as a Christmas movie because it has a Christmas soundtrack and it takes place during Christmas. And thus people go, I got you on the Die Hard rules. It's a Christmas movie. And it's like, you know, Die Hard aside, a lot of you fuckers don't qualify, okay? Because you're not fucking Die Hard, okay? This is fucking Pottersville. Everyone's dying hard in this town, all right?
Yeah.
But like
the economy dying hard.
Yeah, the economy's dying hard. It's mostly old people. But, you know, I don't know. It's dumb. So Maynard, he heads back to work, Kevin.
Yeah, and he's like, white girl wasted. And Parker's like, bro, I said I'd close up. And she's like, oh, man, you got into fucking Bart sauce that he gave you because you had to live life big. Then we go to this fucking squirrel joke again. Movie doesn't seem to progress in the narrative. So you sit there as a viewer going, we'll get there. So Maynard's just wandering around. And I guess he just goes, where is he in the back in his shed and he stumbles across his gorilla suit?
No, man. No. So after Parker like fucks off and he's just like, I'm gonna stay alone with my thoughts. And she's like, yeah, sounds like a great idea. You're suicidal and drunk. Why not? No, he sees his hunting gear section, which has the gorilla suit.
Got it.
Or no, I'm sorry, the ghillie suit and the camouflage. Yeah. And then he goes into his office and finds the what?
Ghillie suit?
Ghillie suit? I don't fucking know, man. I can never remember what the fucking shit's called. If you want to dress like a tree and be a sniper, that suit, okay? Plus camouflage. Then he goes into his office. He tears open the Halloween box. There it is, gorilla hands and gorilla mask that do not match the rest of his fucking suit. It is very obviously a poorly dressed man. And he's just like, you wanna rub your genitals on stuff? I'll rub my genitals on stuff. And then he gets more white girl wasted. And then we just, boom, wake up with him on the floor. There's Parker again. She's like, oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to see your butt cheeks. Can you get dressed? There's something important on the news. Said no one ever. Okay?
She's like, I'll take that butthole to the negative zone. He's like, I get it. I was on.
He's like, all right. It's called the Phantom Zone. You fucking.
I don't read.
Negative Zone is the Marvel people. I couldn't get a movie there. He's like, I settled for a shit-faced Dodd.
Right. Okay, we get one more. We get one more Marvel DC mix-up joke from Parker, everyone. So if you're listening still, that's what you're in. You got to get it.
She's like, make mine Marvel. Huh? With that butt. He's just like, that doesn't make any sense. But I'll put on some pants.
They go into his general store where the whole town, all 8 of them are there, and they're watching a 3x5
the
TV.
Other 8 of them on TV.
They're watching the smallest TV imaginable. But they're not like having
hard times, Kevin. Hard times. They can't
having morning coffee or anything. Like, is he just like the local Denny's type of cafe? I'm there. I believe the town loves to come in. Tables. But yeah, but they're all gathered together to do this news report. Like, what did he get up? Like noon?
I mean, he was white girl wasted, so I mean,
it's true. I mean,
Parker let him sleep it off. She was like, this guy needed it.
He just takes like a Plan B pill, and he's just like, I don't know what that's going to do to me, but I felt like I need it.
He's like, I'm taking some Plan B and a fucking White Claw.
An emergency, get it? That's the alphabet for me. Woo!
Starbucks. Yeah, and so the news is that Bigfoot terrorized the town, and then the only thing that made me laugh was the little boy statue. The little boy statue peeing in his mouth. He's like, the little boy's peeing in his mouth. I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
What? That was the only part that made me chuckle the whole movie. That was it. That was it. Mostly because they had him say it, and then they went back and showed it again. I was like, okay, unnecessary, but I appreciate that. So.
Yeah, you get all these eyewitness accounts of just the going-ons of this Bigfoot creature. And then it hit me. I was like, Bigfoot? We're doing Bigfoot?
It's 2017 in this movie? We're fucking Bigfoot?
Fucking Bigfoot.
Fucking Bigfoot.
I'm not going to lie, Dustin. it deflated me even further. Like,
Dude, I hate Bigfoot. Like Justin, this I'm not even joking. Like when he sent this and I was like, Bigfoot, that's a pass. Bigfoot, pretty much monkeys, submarine movies, shooting anything into space that's not an astronaut. Fucking I don't do it. I just don't do it. Okay. I just
then I'm slowly. I was like, okay, is Bigfoot going to save the town and be like a Bigfoot Santa? And he's going to bring jobs back to the town?
Because I hate that almost as much as this. So
every time
I don't
Bigfoot
like monster
shits in the forest, an angel gets his wings.
5 fucking seasons of people hunting Bigfoot in Alaska, Kevin. What are they doing?
I don't know.
What are they doing? There's nothing there.
It's not real, dude.
Fucking Bigfoot in Alaska. It's not even where anyone saw him.
There's a scene in the movie. So the Bigfoot just it turns the town is just bubbling over with all this, Bigfoot pride, and Bigfoot's coming in, and all the townsfolk, just tourists and all this shit are coming through. And then
whoa, hold on.
Hold on. I just really want to get out of this.
But we are skipping a part that we need. He goes to the sheriff. He's trying to turn himself in. And then a fucking Bart sees that he's carrying like a duffel bag, and he's just like, Maynard never carries a duffel bag. He's Bigfoot. And he just like fucking figures it out looking at this asshole.
Yeah, I know, dude.
This is stupid. I mean, so did I, but I was just like, fuck you, Bart. Okay.
It was not a so did I. It's the movie told me that. Like, it was supposed to be like Maynard's secret. And that's why I was like, I thought Bart was going to be like, hey, man, can we get that Bigfoot Christmas movie going? And I'm like, yeah, man, can we? Is this a Christmas movie?
But
what the fuck is this?
It's a Christmas movie. It's rejuvenating the town with tourism.
Is he baby Jesus in this?
Kevin, the ending doesn't make any sense. Okay? It makes no sense. All right. I want to get to it desperately too. All right, but I'm not going to. We need to enjoy the ride. Anyway, now we have Bigfoot hot dog vendors. He's let two characters that show up with earbuffs all the time sell
That's the couple.
Shitty.
They're the gay couple, right?
That was supposed to be a gay couple. Gay people should be offended at how poorly represented they were.
I don't know. I assumed as much. They were always together, and they're just real.
I just thought they were bad businessmen because they made horrible Sasquatch shirts. Blech. Bigfoot. The Squatch.
Got it.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. There's Bigfoot fever. Maynard gets white girl wasted every night and just Bigfoot's around. And it's annoying because of how crystal clear it is. And people don't go, that's a guy in a fucking gorilla suit. They're over here describing him as big as a house. They're like waving at him from their fucking dinner room table. They're just like, our dining room table. Dinner room table? What the fuck? Dining room table. And he's just running amok every fucking night. He's just like, I'm just getting up to Bigfoot shenanigans and trouble. And in comes Brock Masterson. He's got his own private helicopter, and he's a monster hunter, everyone. And I was just like, I could be less interested in this movie right now. Because I hate these fucking guys that believe and actually just sit there and have to go act like dill holes in the fucking woods to try to sell the believability of like, I'm hunting a Yeti. Oi! A Yeti! I mean, his Australian accent was way good, actually, compared to mine.
He's like, listen, man. Like, this dude's funny. He's a great character.
Yeah.
And when he does humor and comedy and stuff, I think he's spot on. He didn't fit or belong in this movie, but to my own argument, it's a comedy. So I couldn't tell who was supposed to be funny. So he shows up. I was like, oh, is he the funny guy? Like, is this a comedy? Like, I thought this was just like a quirky family movie or something.
With furry sex?
Exactly. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. Like,
for those furry families out there.
Yeah, tonally, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just this it's just a weird feeling when you watch it. You
Yeah.
don't really know what you're going to get, and everything you do get is terrible. It's very cookie cutter. It teeters on Hallmark movie-ish, the way they kind of
It
just
kind of does.
bumble
honestly.
around in the forest later on. I'm like, whoa. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, it's a mating call. That's not a mating call. That's a coyote thing, and that's a what? What? And now he's playing the guitar.
Problem is, the movie thinks it's funnier than it is, much like this podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to get us. I'm sure someone was going to say it, so I said it for him. Fuck them. But it does. It thinks it's funnier than it is, and unfortunately, and I do feel like Brock's character takes over the fucking movie because he's the only one commanding any sort of presence on this fucking screen other than Ian McShane, who then also takes over the movie. Like, these two just but they're also a horrible fit together because one's playing a phony and one's playing legit. And it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why the legit guy would even bother going along with this other asshole.
Yeah, I thought he to maybe expose him or to protect the town, or maybe that he's Father Christmas.
He's like, I was Father Christmas the whole time, and I'm going to kill me that goddamn squatch.
Yeah, again. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? So there's a part where basically Bart and Brock are in the forest. That must have been fun to write. Bart and Brock are in the forest running around with Sheriff Jack to hunt down and trap Bigfoot and bring him back. So Brock wants to get off the show, the Monster Hunter show, so he can be a big movie star. Eileen, played by Greta Lee, is his kind of producer's girlfriend, agent, whatever, manager.
She's doing stuff.
She's there. She does scenes and makes presence. So when they're going there and they're talking about Bigfoots and they're all drinking Bart's moonshine, there's a part where I was like, I'd really 100% love the movie if it just did an about face, because it was like, yeah, Bigfoot's shot down, he's an alien, and we're a prison planet, and that's where they just send him, and we gotta just deal with it. I was like, someone make that movie. Someone make a movie where Earth's a prison planet and we just shoot down all these aliens from around the galaxy, and we're just kind of like, hey, what's going on? Why are all these weird different aliens? Oh, we're a prison. They're here to kill each other, and whoever's the last one standing gets leave.
Parole?
Yeah, it's like a battle royal, but we're just kind of in the melee of it, and they're just killing humans and eating us and using us for weapons and shit, and they're just kind of. But then there's one good alien that's working with the humans, but then he gets killed because you can never trust humans. The humans turn on him.
I don't want to see that movie because it'd make me think of this movie.
Oh, I would change that. I mean, that was the only thing I liked about this movie is you had a bunch of big hits down here. I'd be like, that'd have been interesting. Are we going to do that movie? Is this a Christmas movie? Wonder what Maynard's up to.
It is. I will tell you why when we get to the part. It's awesome towards the end.
That's the only thing I remember from the whole movie. That's the only thing I'll ever remember is what could have been.
Oh, God. I don't even like that, what could have been. Well, yeah, so he just does a lot of I don't know, annoyance. And then they're in the diner. And he's like, I'm going to catch this squatch. And he's singing some god-awful song. Even the actor, Thomas Lennon, couldn't make this funny. I was like, please stop singing this fucking song. Stop. Is this all ad-lib? It's horrible. Don't do this ever again, movie. And then Bart scratches his nails. He's like, you all know who I am. I'll catch this goddamn Sasquatch if you want me to. You know what that means. We're all going to eat Sasquatch. Because I sell what I catch. And fucking Rod Perlman no-sells him is just like, yeah, cool, Bart. We're going to listen to the guitar guy now because he's a TV guy. So, go away. And then Maynard starts sweating bullets because he's like, fucking Bart's going to hunt this Bigfoot down and kill him. Oh, shit, I'm the Bigfoot. He's going to fucking kill me. And Maynard really has this existential crisis where he thinks Bart's going to kill him. And I'm like, don't put on the suit, asshole. That's one way to stop that problem.
Yeah.
Don't put on the suit.
But then Bart already knows that it's him.
Yeah.
So why is he even entertaining the whole
I don't. It doesn't.
You know what this movie reminds me of, dude? Did you ever watch The Dead Don't Die?
No.
It's got it's got Bill Murray in it, and it has fucking what's his name, Adam Driver, Steve Buscemi,
Oh, that
Daniel
one.
Craig.
Oh, okay.
Looking
Yeah.
Queen Rosie Perez.
The
Like
fucking
it has
dry humor zombie movie, right?
I won't even. I
Dry
take the humor part off that dry humor comment.
Okay, we're gonna
It's
try
just
dry humor comedy.
it's just a bunch of stuff. Like it feels like some of the characters are taking the movie seriously, and some of the characters are just like, I'm here just to say some lines in front of a fucking camera.
I'm a celebrity in this movie.
Yeah,
Believe my role.
It had little. I had flickers of that kind of just creeping in. Of half the cast is trying to push it for real. Like, hey, we're doing a movie, and the other cast, like, they're just like, hey, my dad's in this movie. He's Ron Perlman, and she wasn't that bad, but the deputy. And you're like, what are we all doing here? Like, you guys got together and hung out and filmed this movie, so you have a recollection of your time. I could have been playing fucking Halo. You guys stole this hour and 29 minutes from me, and it felt like a 2-hour movie. I was very upset.
It did, because when I got to the point where I'm like, okay, we're starting the third act. How much time do I have left? I was like, still 29 minutes? Oh my, just no need. I know what's gonna happen. Just fucking go there already.
Go there.
No one cares.
No one cares.
But so then we're at the next day. They've organized a search party. I mean, if you
painfully go through the rules of the search party with the whistles and
and that's Ron Perlman's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, she did a horrible job, but that's fine. And then they find a dead deer, and fucking Brock, he's got to ham it up for his camera, so he's just like, yeah. Fucking Bigfoot did this.
Bart's like, no, he didn't.
Yeah, Bart's like, I'm pretty sure he just like stepped in a hole, broke his leg, and then died here from exposure. And you're just like, yeah, that's probably absolutely right. And he's just like, no, I've seen this in Australia. The Australian Bigfoot, because that makes a lot of sense. It's hot as fucking balls down there. Be a big, furry, hairy beast roaming the outback. Killing deer. Do they have deer? I don't think they have deer. What the fuck? Yeah, all right, whatever. And this scene is excruciatingly long because he's like doing multiple takes. Everyone's just standing there. It's just real bad.
Well, the problem is like you already know where the movie's going, but the movie, there's a way I'll get there when I get there.
The movie's like, I'm gonna pretend I don't. Okay, buckle up, motherfuckers. And then I think then we get Brock set up to go out into the woods, and he doesn't even want to do that. And that's when he kind of drops his act and reveals, "Oh, I'm an actor. I'm just acting Australian." But he's like, "All right, let's go to the woods." So I'm just gonna get us there, Kevin. So
thank you.
They're there. He does the fucking Christian Bale eye line joke, which I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, are we still doing this? Are we still doing this? And Kevin, how unprofessional was that guy? Who checks the lighting when the shot's running? No, that time's already passed, and obviously no one knew how to use that device in this movie. Because as you stated, the color is craptacular, okay?
Yeah, it's very weird.
So after we get that Christian Bale joke out of the way, then, Maynard is there in full fucking Bigfoot suit, and he responds back to Brock's mating call and all this other dumb, stupid shit, like drinking sap from a tree. I didn't understand that, but
yeah, was he just like in the zone or something?
And then he just like scares the shit out of them, and they all just like run away. But now the network's like, oh shit, do we really got a Bigfoot? Fucking get the Bart guy and go hunt him down. So Bart's like, all right, well, I'll take you, and I'll fucking take Sheriff Jackass, and I'll take, that's it, actually, just the three of us. And we're just going to go camp in the woods where no Bigfoot sightings have ever occurred other than that one and only night. we're just gonna camp up there. And meanwhile, Maynard is really just he's just going through it. He's just looking at his life. He's just like, I'm about to be shot in the woods because I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I gotta put this town on the fucking motherfucking map. We need that TV deal, okay? The mill's not coming back. We need a TV show. And so, and at this point, Parker kind of figures things out. Parker's just like, so like,
well, she figures things out because she's a duffel bag with his shit in it.
yeah. The duffel bag he's just curiously carrying around with him since becoming a bachelor. And she doesn't buy it either. She's like, well, whoever's doing this is going to fucking get shot by Bart probably. And he's just like, fuck, I'm going to get killed by Bart. And it just becomes this thing where every time you see him, he's just like zoning out thinking about himself being shot. And you're like, what the fuck is this character development? Like, you're just taking this fucking guy.
Yeah.
So then we do a bunch of jokes in the woods. Like, these three characters take over our fucking movie. Ron Perlman, Thomas Lennon, and Ian McShane. It's just becomes their vehicle. Brock is shitting in the woods. He's got no teepee.
It's just a corny romp through the woods. That's all it is.
Yeah, like they're drinking, they're cuddling with each other. They're talking about coyotes fucking. Sheriff Jack gets shot with a trank gun because a coyote fucking trips a tripwire or some shit. And then the next day, they're all drunk on moonshine and they hear some stuff. They hear some animal noises. They go and I did like what Rod Perlman was like, wait, what day of the week is it? And I was like, oh, it's furry sex day. And it was. It was furry sex in the woods rave day. And
yeah, I was like, this is... I couldn't be more out than I already was. Like, I can't tell you, man. I came so close to just turning this shit off.
I mean, if there was a scene, it was this scene. So
I was like, we got to bring this back up again.
Yeah, and Christina Hendricks is like, I got to do more acting. Hold my drink, boys. And I was like, oh, just take the drink with you. No one cares. No one cares. And this scene goes on for way too long until Bart discharges a weapon. And he's like, get the fuck out of my woods. And then they go back to the campsite. And the only other line that kind of I found any sort of humor in was he was like, I'll go to this tent and I'll shoot either of you if you come in here with me. So
yeah, I mean, he didn't call enough people cocksucker in this movie. So I was like, well.
They were like, we were fishing for a
I was like, well, it is a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie, PG-13, just one cocksucker per Christmas movie, I think.
Goddamn cocksucker. I was like, oh, Ian, love you, Deadwood. Don't ever change.
He's like, I really haven't. I'm pretty much just, it's my voice. I can't. It's
love it.
And then fucking there's Maynard. He's written a suicide note, incidentally, at the diner.
He's typed it.
Yeah, he's typed it. He took the time because he's like, I'm so fucking old school. I type my suicide notes. That way you can forge them later. And Parker's really struggling, and she decides to go back after walking like 30 feet, and he's taken an hour and a half to fucking type on this typewriter. I don't know how long
he couldn't find his words, man.
Yeah, he could not. He couldn't. But then she goes back. She's like, Maynard, I know your secret. Maynard? Where are you, May? Mayday, where are you? And he's
I
fucking
know you're
gone.
Batman.
Yeah, he's already transported up into the woods. They do the dumb shit again because, the first time with the sap and the tree slapping and all the other dumb shit wasn't enough. And then fucking Bart tranks his ass. And this is the part I didn't get, Kevin. Bart knows that's Maynard.
Yeah.
So why did he drag him all the way back to town, tied up, to show?
He let the Monster Hunter guy do it.
Yeah, but the monster, like, he still knew. He still was an active participant. Like, he could see his dumb fucking face popping out of that mask. It's not like he was just like, maybe Bigfoot just shaved a little today.
Well, yeah, I mean.
And then he just lets Parker run up and be like, Maynard, No. And then the town is pissed at him. They're just like, fuck you, have a shit fuck Christmas, asshole. You ruined New Year's too. And he's just like, I'm fucking Ron Perlman was out for a day on this shit. I'm waking up in like 45 minutes, so must be relevant to the story.
He can handle his fucking eye.
Yeah, so the whole town just like pisses on Maynard, and then Brock goes on the news and he's like, I'm suing this poor dunk town that has no money, no jobs for like 15 mil of damages.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like
yeah, that's getting thrown out. That's first of all, that's going to a jury trial and you're losing. Okay.
Second
like
of
he
all,
called it an unclassy suit, and I was like, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But and so Maynard is just like, all right, I'm gonna just like pack up my shop and leave. I don't fucking know. I was like, why is he packing everything up? How much time has passed?
Is Father Christmas gonna come in and save
No.
us?
He is not yet. He's coming later. And then Parker rounds up the only 8 actors in the movie and is just like, sit your ass down and give me some fucking cameramen that aren't working in this scene real quick. And she starts cutting a horrible promo about, he just wanted to save this town. You're all a bunch of shitheads. And she's like, You know this book. You know the tab book. She's like, look at your tabs. And she's like, look at it. They open it. They're like, it's empty. Oh, he had a heart of gold, this man. He never wanted the money back. Oh.
Yeah, but Dustin, to me as the viewer, I already knew that. Yeah. I knew he wasn't a bad guy. I knew everything he was doing. He was in a confused state because he was thrown off, his routine, his life. Everything was just...
adulterous wife, played by Christina Hendricks, poorly.
Just turned him into... He's just shook. And now he's just kind of stumbling around. He's mourning, his life. He's just looking at everything. And, he made a bad call. He got wasted, ran around the town with his fucking grill out. And now he's kind of like, you know what? Maybe I can make a move for this Parker girl. And then, oh, wait. Something I've done is change the, fortunes of the town. Okay. Is this like a Christmas? Or what is it, like a...
And here's where it gets to be a Christmas movie.
Is it supposed to be A Wonderful Life or something? Like
no. I'll tell you, it's way cheesy. Okay, so then so old May, he does a fucking news thing and just kind of gives his side of the story. It's very heartfelt, but it explains it well. There's no miscommunication there. You're just like, oh, I get why he did it. He just wanted to give the town hope via Bigfoot, and he's packing up, and then in come all the townspeople, and they got the ledger. And they write, this is the Christmas part, Kevin, right here. They write their name in the ledger and they leave like $1 on the counter. And then the next one does it. And they kind of take turns saying thank you and stuff. And this was It's a Wonderful Life-ish. But they fuck it up so bad because then they start having these assholes try to tell jokes that aren't funny. She's like, I'm sorry I told you fucking shat on Christmas and you fucking kicked me in the ribs and threw me down the fucking chimney, you asshole. And he's just like, all right, thanks, Millie.
I mean, the jury's out on like what's funny and what's not.
Yeah. But it's just like, that's the part I feel like they were like, oh, you know what? We could fucking Christmas this ending real quick. Because I don't think it was a Christmas movie until then. I think there was some added scenes that they were like, okay, we could make this a Christmas movie. Just add a Christmas soundtrack and these couple scenes and we're done. And it was so dumb because these people all take turns writing and then they just stand there and stare at him. And that's it. They're just staring at him while he has conversations with other people, including his wife, who comes in and is just like, you could fuck with that gorilla suit on. And he's just like, you should probably leave town and do something that makes you happy because I've definitely
go fuck a monkey, bitch. She's like, I'm trying.
Monkey.
Credits.
Yeah, and then he gets his kiss on Parker, who tells him, "You're a good guy, Maynard."
Then I'm going to give you the butthole tonight.
No, just the Jiffy Pop.
Hello, everyone.
And that's it. That's just that's. Oh no, that's not it. And then they co-sign on the
Yeah, they get a
old
loan.
mill. I don't know what collateral they're using, Kevin. This town has nothing. I
Well,
mean, you think the
I
bank
saw him
just give it
stalking all
away?
those. I mean, I mean, his
The
fucking
jam.
percentage. Yeah, he was stalking those jams like those good haul.
Those
So
weren't even his jams, dude.
the
Those were
jam
the
money.
Bigfoot guy's jams. And he
Well,
wasn't
he
even
got
taking a percentage from it. He's a horrible businessman. Horrible. And he
yeah.
decides to open up a Bigfoot museum in a town that had a Bigfoot hoax. What are they putting in that museum, Kevin? Why didn't the Bigfoot that they had out front look like his shit ass Bigfoot? How come they could afford a good Bigfoot suit and then they did not use it in the movie? They were like, use it at the end, use it at the end.
I'm absolutely sorry, everyone, that escaped.
And then he's just standing out front, just him and Parker, just like fucking. We dumped all of our money and life and hope and dream, but we revitalized the town.
Then he steals a
old
kiss
Bill's
from
running.
Parker, and then like one of the lighting guys like falls off a ladder because they all look to the left.
No, and then the mother and son come up and they're just like, "Thanks for hiring our dad as like a bouncer for the Bigfoot Museum or something."
Yeah, and then
he used to work at the mill. Now he works at the Bigfoot Museum. It's the only place to work.
And the mom shakes her tits one last time, and Maynard just gives her a thumbs up.
He's like, "You get a free sticker on the way out." She's like, "Damn right, I do."
Why don't you come and visit me down at the adult Shake Shack? He's like, "Wow, this town's
He's
really
just like,
yeah,
we don't have enough strip clubs in this town. That's really been the problem. We got to put the elderly to work, okay? Shake those yams, Grandma. Come on, Millie, get up there. You're not doing anything else, you fucking old bag of shit."
Yeah, recruit him. That sounds good.
Like, get this town revitalized already. The mill is never going to support us forever.
Yeah, but they look off to the left of the screen. Did no one notice that but me?
No, they did, and I don't know. I think that was just them saying goodbye to the audience. They're just like,
was that the director going, "I'm over here now"?
Well, no, the director loved the hard left look. Like Parker kept doing it the whole time.
For what? But what are they looking at, Dustin? It's the end of your movie.
What was she looking at? She was like, "May, you in here?" And then just looked and cut left behind her, looking over her shoulder. I was like, "What are we doing?" Clearly, he's not in here. It's a very small room. What is she looking at? Did she hear a door open? Why are we doing this shot? So yeah, that was just his go-to. I don't know. Maybe he thought it was funny.
Nothing was learned. Christmas was not celebrated. The town, I would have just burned it down. And
no, they wished him Merry Christmas at the end. They were like, "Merry Christmas, Maynard. You didn't fuck it up."
But it wasn't celebrated. This isn't.
This is like a couple days, okay?
Christmas walked by this movie. Was like, "I ain't fucking started this."
Like, "Oh, don't fucking all right, I'll sign an autograph, but I gotta go." And they were like,
I got guys, this is my time of year. I got a lot of work to do. I can't stop by your dumpy town and your dumpy movie. I'm Christmas
way too much to be here, so
I gotta go. All right. I love you in Reno. Don't ever quit.
He's like, I brought it back. It was on it's on the Roku.
Yeah, I'm Christmas. I gotta go.
Okay. Oh, see it.
Welcome. Yeah, this is
no one learns anything. All we learn is that the rest of town sucked, and then now they know that this guy doesn't suck. But I don't see how you'd even be a business. He was giving away so much free merchandise and taking none of the profits from the t-shirt sales. Like, come on, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's being a nice guy, then there's being a poor business gullible chump ass swipe.
Yeah. And that's why Michael Shannon's manager took all of his money and ran. I assume.
Allegedly,
maybe. I don't know. Just making that up.
So, mega hard pass on, I guess, Doo-Doosville is what we'll call it. Because it's such a low-hanging fruit. And
Harry Potter.
Children. Yeah, and children host this podcast. They speak like children. They act like it. And I mean, Dustin, what did you think of Pottersville here?
It's a hard pass for me.
Hard pass? Okay.
Sorry, Justin.
I mean, he didn't produce the shit. I mean, he's fine. He's
Yeah,
fine
but
with
he recommended it, and this was probably the top of his recommendation list because it just got worse from the bot or from there on. So
it. We could have watched Elves, but
no,
we did not.
we did not. It's just like I said, it's so dull and it's just dull and pointless. Like I feel like if you watch the trailer, that's all you need to watch. Like you don't need to watch this movie. Just watch the trailer. Done.
Yeah.
Minute 30 of your life. You just saved an hour and something. Hour and 27 minutes and 30 seconds of your life. So just do that. Watch the trailer. Otherwise, that'll do it for us over here at Let's Movie. You can find us on social media at Let's Movie Pod or Let's Movie Podcast. Give us a like, give a share, retweet, whatever. You found us on your favorite podcast provider, and we hope that you'll share that with other people. Leave us some reviews, good or bad. We'll just take it on the chin and just, yell at each other off camera or off a microphone about it. Otherwise, you can find us on the YouTube a week later, where you can ring the bell and all that dumb shit that they like to say, all the things the kids say. And Kevin, take us away tonight.
I didn't understand this movie at all. I just didn't get it. I don't get it. I didn't get it.
He didn't get it, everybody.